Hello, Heidi and Brittany with Well Within.
Hi, we're so excited. This is our first vlog video.
Yay!
And so I have to be honest, I'm a little nervous here, but we're gonna do good. So I just want to start off by telling you we've learned so much about the standard American diet, the SAD diet, standard American diet. You may not realize it, but we're all on a diet, living a diet and eating a diet. And our diet is the standard American diet. And we have decided we want to talk about changing that to the GLAD diet, right? God's food living in Americans' diet, right?
We don't want to exclude our friends outside the country, but it just is fitting because America is like so low out of all the other developmental countries as far as obesity and disease, that kind of stuff. So we're kind of focused on Americans, but we don't want to exclude anybody. So all my Brits and Canadian friends, join us. But that's just kind of where the acronym that fit.
Yes. So we want to go from the SAD diet to the GLAD diet, don't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to teach you small changes, and today we're going to start out with 3 staples that we use in the kitchen very often. And just in daily life, and those would be sugar, salt, and oils. And want to give you kind of some ideas on small changes you can make to just make better choices in the kitchen and when you're out eating.
And we know what we want to share. We want to tell you everything today that we know. We don't want to overwhelm you. So we decided we'll start with 3 things because everybody can do 3 things today, honestly. Because what you can buy as a substitute, you can get locally. We live in a small town out in West Texas. We don't have a huge grocery store like a H-E-B or Whole Foods, but what we ask for you to do today, to start changing things one at a time, you can buy at Walmart, wherever you go, okay? So it's very, very doable.
It's an easy start. And this is where I was about 8 months ago.
And we're still evolving. I mean, some of the things we learned, we just quit like a couple months ago. And we haven't been doing this forever.
And it can be very overwhelming. That's why we're just kind of starting with some small changes that you can make, right?
So y'all ready? All right.
Okay.
Step 1, salt, okay? This is a staple everywhere you go. Restaurants, we're kind of addicted to salt. Anything we need, you have to put a lot on it. I mean, especially in our household. So everybody has this in their house, I'm sure, in their cupboards. This is pure industrialized processed table salt. And what has happened is that whenever we consume table salt, just a little bit draws water into our cells, okay? Water retention leads to edema, high blood pressure, excess weight, a lot of host of things that cascade just from table salt, okay? So we're asking that you take this, throw it away, save it for salting your driveway, whatever you need to do, your science experiments, and go out and buy pink Himalayan salt. Y'all, this is from the Dollar Tree in Sweetwater, Texas, okay? $1 for this big thing. Pink Himalayan salt are natural crystals that have all the elements and minerals that our body needs right there in them. So it's a ground state. It's minimally processed, which is a key word that you want to start listening for. Minimally or not processed at all. Go back to nature. As close to nature as you can get anything into your body or on your skin or what you do on a daily basis is what you want to do, okay? Pink Himalayan salt. Brittany, last night we were walking and you said, and it's pretty. Why would you want to eat this pink?
We have 3 girls. I think it's beautiful sitting around my kitchen. I'm on.
It is. So, you may not know about it, but do your research. Don't take our word for it, but honestly, look into it, okay? The other thing that's real popular is sea salt. Celtic Baltic sea salt is something that is also very natural to our bodies. Our bodies, it just keeps a very homeostatic or natural state. I have no idea how old this is. It's probably from our beloved Carol Schlimmer in Hawaii, but y'all, coarse sea salt, okay? Very natural, very good. Get rid of the table salt.
All right. Number 2 would be sugar. And you all know that, We've used sugar forever. That's all we've ever known. I used to make cookies every day and just put tons of sugar in it, just dump it in tea. I had no idea how bad this was for our body. So we are asking you, or suggesting, that you take your sugar and what are we gonna do with that?
Dump it.
Dump it out. Just dump it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and some options, some better choices, smarter choices here would be to go with organic coconut sugar. The phone's ringing. All right, guys, coconut sugar. This is an awesome way to replace sugar. My kids think that it is brown sugar. I even sneak it in. I put it in a little container like this. I put it in their oatmeal. They cannot tell the difference. This is a good way to replace sugar or brown sugar. Then we also have stevia. Stevia you can also bake with. If you're gonna put it in your tea, you can carry little packets around with you. It comes in different packages, but this is also an awesome replacement for sugar. Both of these. And then, of course, we have honey. I used to think honey was just for like warming up putting on a tortilla and warming up in the middle of the night. But now I don't do that anymore. Now my honey is for baking or sweetening tea or coffee. You just kind of have to think outside the box and try new things. But honey is definitely a good way to sweeten things besides using sugar, refined sugar.
Yeah. So all these things, if you notice on the package, they may say organic. That's ideal. You know, just having in your mind a mental like good, better, best option. Best would be organic, as close to nature as possible. But if all you can find is regular honey opposed to refined sugar, pick the honey. That's obviously a better choice. Don't stress yourself out saying, oh, it has to be that exact brand or organic, say organic. Do what you can. Whatever causes the least amount of stress to you, pick that option. We're just telling you, stay away from salt, stay away from sugar. The other thing is be careful when you sweeten with stevia. You only need half as much stevia per equivalent of refined sugar. So half a cup of sugar, stevia if you're baking, to that cup that it calls for. And it's very strong.
And then also start reading your labels. I think you would be just astonished at the amount of sugar, the grams of sugar that you're getting every day and that your kids are getting in their juice boxes, in their ketchup, the condiments that we put on their French fries. It's just, like a tablespoon of sugar has 4 grams, not sugar, oh my goodness. 1 tablespoon of ketchup is what I'm trying to say, has 4 grams of sugar, and goodness, they're putting it all over their food, and they're supposed to have about 30 grams a day?
30 or less. Try to keep it to 30 or less. I mean, we're not perfect, but that's a good just target, okay? And read your label so you can start accumulating and calculating how much sugar you're taking. So why no sugar?
Well, I was going to tell you that I've learned a lot about what sugar does in the body that I had no idea. But we all carry around cancer genes in our body, and they may or may not be activated due to the amount of sugar that's in our body. And when we eat sugar, it takes lots of nutrients, all the nutrients we're putting in to break that sugar down. And if we're just bombarding our body with sugar, it's just taking those nutrients from
being depleted.
Yeah, so it's really important to start making better choices when it comes to sweetening our foods and read labels.
You're also going to notice behavioral differences in yourself or your kids too whenever you decrease their sugar amount. And guys, they may have to detox off of sugar. It is a drug. It is a silent drug that no one really talks about. It lights up in your brain just like, in the receptors in your brain, just like cocaine, heroin, and any other illegal drugs. So those dopaminergic receptors, dopamine is that feel-good drug. Sugar fulfills that for us. So you may get crabby, you may have headaches, you may detox from sugar, but go through that period and you'll start feeling better. Your skin will look better, you're gonna have more energy, you won't have these highs and lows in your blood sugar and your mood and your energy. Okay, so that's sugar. Last thing is oils, okay? Let's talk about oils for just a little bit. This canola oil, vegetable oil, anything that comes and looks like this really hydrogenated vegetable oil, Guys, this is super harmful for us, and this is what we used to cook with many, many years. What happens is when they process these vegetable oils, it comes into these packages, and then they add a hydrogen atom to it, and so it changes the compound, which holds in however it's being processed. So say it's being processed along aluminum pipe or whatever. This actually can hold in metals into this oil that we ingest, okay? We know that heavy metals are toxic to our brain, causes dementia, Alzheimer's, different neurological disorders. So it's a very unstable oil, especially when it's heated. It changes the process or these properties to trans fat, and that's a big red word, keyword right now, trans fat. That's something that we want to completely stay away from. So what do we suggest? Throw this away and reach for the coconut oil, guys. This is the best thing ever. This has like a multitude of purposes, but right now we're just going to focus on eating and digesting it and cooking with it. So this is, and you'll look, non-hydrogenated, okay? So there you know, it does not have that extra hydrogen that you're holding on to different elements as it comes across and is packaged. Go back to basics, go back to nature. We want to consume a ton of animal fats, and animal fats have gotten a really bad rap. We are just as guilty as following the trend as far as what do we eat now? Stay away from this, watch your cholesterol.
Right.
But y'all, animal fats is what God put on the earth. The GLAD diet, God's food in Americans. So what's good? Bacon lard, butter, grass-fed, cow's butter is great.
Real butter.
Real butter, ghee.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Even eggs, y'all, when y'all crack open a fresh egg yolk, that has good butter, good oils and fats into it. Not butter, but fats. So, animal fats, we need a lot of it to make our bodies run efficiently, for our brain to run, and for our gut to heal. Gut's a big part of it, and we'll go into that in another video. But really focus on staying away from vegetable oils, canola oils, seed oils, that kind of stuff. Let me kind of just talk a minute about olive oil, because olive oil is good, cold pressed olive oil, but you don't want to cook with olive oil. That's because that high heat breaks down a little bit of the elements of olive oil and changes the properties. So use it all over your dressings, your salads. Just don't heat it up is kind of the idea we're getting behind this. And most of our resources, y'all, is from this book, Gut and Psychology. You'll get this on our website. You can go look under our reading nook. This is just like a little science book compiled into a paperback form. So knowledgeable. That doctor from London is healing people from schizophrenia, autism, by healing your gut. So everything we've suggested to you today, obviously if you have someone really sick, you want to limit your sugar no matter what source it is. But really, go investigate what's going to have good gut healing properties. Animal fats, coconut oil is great to cook with. Just stay away from those.
Avocado oil? I've been using that. Is that?
That's good to drizzle over salads and all that kind of stuff as well.
All right.
Anything else? I know that's a lot. It's a lot of information. It might be the first time you're hearing this, and that's okay. This is a journey like we've talked about. And we've got a little sneaker in the background. Hi, Bryn. So don't beat yourself up. That's why we only wanted to give you 3 things today to do. Salt, table salt, refined sugar, and your vegetable oils.
All right.
Anything else?
We've got lots of things to share, but
It's just the beginning.
okay.
Okay, you have a
Thank
blessed
y'all
day.
for listening.
Bye.